Welcome to Formula Fanatics, the high-octane sub-series of break-fix podcasts drive through motorsports news. This is your pit stop for all things Formula One, from breaking headlines and race recaps to insider analysis and paddock buzz. Whether you're a diehard tifoso, a Red Bull loyalist, or just love the thrill of wheel-to-wheel racing, we've got you covered with up-to-date F1 news delivered at full throttle. Strap in, because the lights are out and we're underway. This is Formula Fanatics.
Formula. We have so many things to talk about at Formula One. What was the last race? It feels like a millennia ago.
Miami, right?
Miami. I put it out of my mind because I don't like that track.
Oh, God, it was forever ago. It was a couple weeks ago. What was there any drama there? I can't even remember. Your boy won.
Yeah, Kimmy. So Miami had a sprint race, which was super exciting. So in my notes, I wrote Hulkenberg didn't start the Miami sprint despite qualifying 10th due to engine issues in the Audi.
Are they running the same 2-liter that everybody else is?
You know, Bonotto said there's motor problems.
Well, the other car still finished in the middle of the pack.
Mm-hmm. What's that Adam Sandler song at a medium pace?
That's still multiple positions ahead of Cadillac, who finished basically last.
Yes. Kimmy, they need to drill him on taking off at the line. What is his problem?
I don't know.
He qualifies on the pole, unlike Aston Martin, who qualified slower than the Formula 2 cars. That's why I have the graphic up on the screen here. He qualifies on the pole, and he can't get out of his own way. Everybody goes around him like he stalls. I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the cars. I've never driven one, but clearly he's the only person suffering from this launch issue.
God.
And you would have thought, given the cancellation of 2 of the races, so the very much extended spring break that they had, that boy, you should have just been on the track doing that over and over again.
It'd be like writing words on a chalkboard. Toto should have just made him do starts over and over and over again. I don't get it. It's terrible.
Maybe he did, and then maybe in the heat of the moment, he crumbles a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe he's texting on his phone instead. I don't know. Who knows? Selfie! So in the sprint race, Lindblad was out. Hulkenberg was out. Russell cuts across the nose of Antonelli at one point. That was interesting. Those two are not getting along. It's very clear that Russell does not like Antonelli. I don't think there's any animosity the other way.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's one-sided because Kimmy is like this little lapdog who's just so excited to be around everybody whenever you see him.
Maybe that's why he can't start a race. He's there like Thumper and he's like, oh my God, it's so exciting. Then he forgets that the lights turn green. They just go around him. Maybe that's what it is. Tanya's fallen out of her chair. Give her a minute to catch her breath. Give me Antonelli. That's his new middle name.
Oh, wow. And that's meant with no disrespect.
The man he's my hero now. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we'll find out this coming weekend if he's gotten his nerves in check for Montreal.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see him start on the pole and blow everybody away by turn 1. So going back to Miami, this is the first time we got to see the flip over wing. And I remember commenting to you, did I just see the wing rotate on the Ferrari? The Ferraris have the rotating wing now.
Yes. Didn't seem to help because I think they finished in their worst positions.
Oh God, it was awful. It's like, what are you guys doing? But we got the cool flippy wing. And then there was a battle between Hamilton and Verstappen. I had wrote down Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, and inevitably Antonelli. I think that was the top of the sprint race there, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then the full race, yet again, Antonelli's on the pole. Then we had Verstappen, Russell, Leclerc. The last car was the Audi with Bortoletto. Again, we had a sucky start. And this is where Verstappen spins, and we're all like, what did I just see? How many times did they show that replay of Max spinning at the beginning?
Several times. But I mean, he caught it and didn't get hit and kept going. And that's not the first time actually in an F1 race where he's caught a spin and then just like it was nothing, kept going.
So it was wild to see. I expected Stroll to plow into him, and even he didn't end up hitting Max. Maybe because he was so far back it didn't matter. But still, it was unreal to see him spin in the middle of traffic and then just keep going. Buck wild. So then he's like, what, 10th place at that point? And then Leclerc's at the front of the pack because of all the confusion.
Yes.
Absolutely wild.
Yes, that's right. And then his car broke at the end. That's why he ended up so far back. That's right. He should have been podiumed, and then the car started breaking down, and it was like the last lap or whatever, and he just kept going slower and slower. Then everybody caught up to him and got around him. And then somebody got a penalty. Maybe he got a penalty on top of that too to push him further back.
Yeah, Leclerc got a penalty after that.
Because if not, he would have ended up in sixth behind Verstappen. Because
Correct.
Verstappen passed him, I think, right at the start finish. And then, yeah, I forget what he got a penalty for and then knocked him even further back.
20-second time penalty after finishing. He was driving a damaged car in an unsafe condition because I think it like broke the rear wishbone or something like that.
Uh-huh.
That's what was the
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
So that's what he was investigated for. And then they finally ruled. And then I feel bad for him because he still managed to hold it together. And what, he came in like fifth, just struggling to bring the car back. And it's
Yeah.
like, at that point, I would have been like, man, you get the hard charger award and you can keep those fifth place points. Who cares? Like, you did it and the car made it home despite being broken. But I guess the downside to that was, but if the wheel fell off and hit somebody, but there was like 2 turns left. Who cares? As long as he crossed the line and pulled off to the side, he was fine. But I get it. Racing incident. So I have in my notes, Antonelli ends up first at one point, then drops to third, and then Hadjar and Gasly wreck out because Hadjar hit the apex and broke the suspension. That was funny. I was like, that wall doesn't
Oh,
move
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. They wrecked two wrecks. They were
simultaneously.
unrelated in like the
Yeah.
same lap.
Yep.
Oh, is this the one where Gasly ended up upside down?
Yeah, because Lawson hits him.
Yeah.
He flipped him over.
This was a very dramatic race, actually.
It was. Because normally it's not that exciting. It's like, man, this track is boring. And then all they do is yell about rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. And you're like, it's 97 degrees and sunny, and they're all going, it's gonna rain, guys. Don't worry, it's gonna rain.
It's coming next lap,
Yeah,
25 laps
which they
later.
did again this race too. And I'm like, seriously, can we stop with this BS? Like, I get that there's sudden thunderstorms in Miami, but come on, guys. Like, let's be real. So yeah, Lawson hits Gasly, flips him over, and an announcer said, I wrote this down. I don't know if it was Coulthard or whoever, and he's like, Lawson lost deceleration. Is that a funny way of saying that he didn't hit the brakes and just like plowed into him? Like, what does lost deceleration mean? Or is it something in this electronic system that doesn't work?
I believe something allegedly broke on the car.
Alleged.
Allegedly.
Antonelli was complaining about gearbox issues, which was to me very similar to what Russell did the year prior, where he would, but he did have electronics issues, even though the car kept going. So gearbox issues with Antonelli, which then I didn't understand because he started going faster. Is it all in your head? Whatever. But Hulkenberg did have gearbox issues. And then there's a Kimi and Lando moment. And let's see what else. Russell ends up behind Verstappen in the end and ahead of Hamilton. Hamilton, not a great race for him. On the other side of that, I want to talk about some other Formula One stuff. So I had a recent Formula One related experience. I got 2 articles that you can check out in your free time. They're on our other website, or you can pull them up through the drive-through show notes themselves. The first part was I ended up in Boston for the IBM Think conference, which, did you know IBM sponsors Ferrari, does all their big compute stuff? They use IBM for that. So I got to see last year's Formula One car on stage at IBM in Boston. They also had their own simulator where they were showing off Watson X and the telemetry and how it works. They had a modified version of Assetto Corsa. I got on there and tried it. It was in Niki Lauda's F1 car from like back in the 70s. And the rig was kind of chintzy because it was all like a Logitech stuff you could have bought at Best Buy. So not the best experience, although I put up a podium time, like my first try, and I was like, all right, I'm good. See y'all later. So a bunch of pictures from that, pictures of the car, more about the write-up and the simulation and about how IBM contributes to the team and what they do and all that kind of stuff. I will say, seeing last year's car up close, like you could get really, really close to it. It is super big, like truck size big. I forgot how big the modern Formula cars were because you always see them from a distance, but once you see them up close, just crazy, crazy huge. Really interesting time at IBM's conference. Spent a lot of time learning about how they're using artificial intelligence in Formula One, how they're augmenting the engineers. It did kind of raise the question in my head, is racing still racing in 2026? Like with all this AI and all this technology, determining exactly what they need to do to the cars. Are the drivers still driving? I think so. On the other side of that, I got invited to F1 Arcade in Boston for the first time. This establishment opened a couple of years ago. And I've always been curious. And I was like, oh, next time I'm in Boston, I'll have to go check it out. Well, what's even better is when you don't have to pay the registration fees and you go with the Aero team. Yes, Aero, the same people that sponsor McLaren, to visit F1 Arcade and go try out their simulators, check out the bar, go compete against other folks for some signed McLaren merch. And you get to read the whole story about that on our website as well, and all the gory details about how the simulators are set up and how I ended up doing. So I had a great time. I will say, if you're a Formula One fan and you end up in Boston or in DC or in Vegas or Atlanta or the, other places where F1 Arcade now exists, check it out. You will not be disappointed. It is absolutely a lot of fun. And if you go with some friends, they'll just enjoy the bar too, because it's pretty cool looking. Well, this next one belongs on your game room table. What is this, Tanya?
So I'm actually probably going to buy this.
What?
Apparently, there's going to be a Monopoly F1 edition board game. And so from the surface, you might think, oh, it's just like every Monopoly edition blah, blah, blah board game, right? Where it's just themed or whatever. This is actually apparently different. It's Monopoly with a twist. So you actually have to like win races as you're going around the board. And the teams each have unique abilities. So the example they give is there's a special F1 die that you roll with the regular dice. And if you're like Team McLaren, you get to either immediately move to the next race or move some number of spaces shown on the red die. So I ask you, it is worth getting this just to find out what is the special ability of Aston Martin.
Yes. Yes.
Is it crash your opponent?
You got strolled. Do not pass go. Do not pass start.
You moved 2 spaces back. You spun out. So this looks like an interesting twist on the Monopoly idea. So I think it could be interesting for people who enjoy a good board game night. Maybe this is something to add to your collection.
Look at that. Look, you have all the colors there of all the cars. How much does it cost?
They actually did not list the retail price, but I don't know. I would guess somewhere in the range of $30 to $50 easily.
Ooh, and it's current. It has the Audi team in it as well.
Actually, they in fact do list the retail price. I was correct, splitting the difference, $39.99, and it releases July 15th. You can pre-order at walmart.com.
There you go. I'm sure they'll be flying off the shelves.
Well, you never know. Look at what Drive to Survive probably made Hasbro go, how do we too capitalize on Formula? Lego's done it. Monopoly's doing it. Who's next?
Who's next? Transformers. Yes, excellent. Let's switch gears and still talk about Max Verstappen for a second. Tanya, you like to follow his extracurricular activities?
Yes, so there's multiple extracurricular activities. So one of which was Max recently went to the Fuji circuit and he was racing a Nissan Super GT class car. For funsies, first time at Fuji, first time in this Super GT car, and he beat out the driver who drives that car on a regular basis.
No. How embarrassed is that guy?
I mean, probably didn't feel great about it.
Probably not very embarrassed. It's Max Verstappen.
I mean, the guy had a face on, so I don't think he was necessarily pleased, but could have just been resting face also. I don't know.
What is this car? Because at first when I saw this, I was like, that doesn't look like a Mercedes.
No, I mean it's a Red Bull car, so it's Red Bull livery and all that, but apparently it's a Nissan Z Nismo GT500.
Ah, okay, so it's an actual Nissan. There we go.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say it looks like a Z.
Yeah, with a
Sort
lot
of.
of wide body flares
That's a lot of scaffolding on that
and ground
car.
effects
Yeah,
and hood scoops.
that's wild.
And GoPros.
It reminds me of the stuff that they made in the 80s.
But yeah, he ended up being several seconds faster than the person who normally drives this car and this track like all the time.
And in the rain.
And it was under wet conditions.
Wow. So what else is going on in his extracurricular activities?
All of this was a lead up in some of the previous races he's done. He's shown his commitment and interest to endurance racing, which has taken shape at specifically the Nurburgring. And this past weekend was the 24 hours of the Nurburgring race.
Okay.
And I did post an article from Motorsport that actually deep dives into the statistics because basically he's the fastest guy in the world. Like, I mean, in summary, nobody is faster than him because he's gone Formula One champion faster than everybody into a whole other motorsport discipline against people that are doing this all the time. And I think in summary, at the end of the day, he created a 2-minute gap
Wow.
from all his stints combined.
But is he faster than an electric Taycan around the Nürburgring?
I think if you put him in the electric Taycan, then yes, they together would have the lap record. I mean, they broke it down by all his stints versus his teammates versus the sister car, and he was just miles ahead of everybody else, basically. I mean, some stints he's, 30 seconds faster than his teammates or the sister car or whatever, unfortunately. And so, I mean, that put him in the lead. They were in the lead for a huge majority of the race until it all fell apart at 2 hours to go or something like that. And unfortunately, it was the number 3 car, his car, the number 80 sister car, 1-2, and a freaking drive axle took him out.
Ah!
Drive axle failure. They brought it in. It's like 45-minute repair. They repaired the car and they went back out for the sake of saying, we're going back out and we're going to finish this. They ended up in like 38th or 39th place as a result. So from first to 39th or 38th, I mean, unfortunate, he would have won. Like he would have been able to say, I'm also a 24-hour Nürburgring champion, but we'll see. I'm sure he'll try again next year. Hopefully the car holds up. Who knows? The other car held up. Maybe a 2-minute lead was too aggressive driving. I don't know. Just also can just be bad luck when you're in an endurance race. Lots of things can happen. Of course, now there's all the whispers. Oh, Le Mans, is he going to do a 24 hours Le Mans and join that? And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's too late, obviously, for this year, but
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe next year we could be seeing more endurance racing.
I like it. It's a good thing. And this is why I keep saying I think he's going to find a way to exit stage left from Formula One because this stuff is more interesting to him.
There's also those reports where he's saying that no, I don't know if he is. The reports are saying he's fulfilling his contract with Red Bull in Formula One, which may be true. I mean, if he can do it all, I think this is him. He lives and breathes. He'll spend every day in the car racing. So as long as it doesn't conflict with calendar, I think he would do all the things all the time. For him, it doesn't matter, right? He'll do his virtual, he'll do this endurance, he'll do the Formula One, and he's got the energy for it, apparently. He said before he'd rather do all these things now at his age than wait around till he's, 40 and I guess doing an Alonso.
Oh, what a backhanded message that is.
I mean, I'm saying the Alonso part, but he definitely said the part about fulfilling some of these other driving, I don't know if you'd call them dreams, but goals.
Is it
Before
you
he's
think
too
it's
old.
because he drinks all that Red Bull?
He gives you wings.
Or is it because he wears these?
It's probably, I'm sure,
The Crocs.
he's wearing his Red Bull Crocs.
You never see his feet. You want to tell me Max Verstappen doesn't wear Red Bull Crocs around the house? I bet you he's got these.
Oh, 100% they've sent him a pair. 100%. Whether or not he's actually wearing them, I don't know. Maybe what's her name's wearing them.
Okay, real talk. I swore
You would never buy a Croc in your life, but you might buy these.
if they're Ferrari Crocs, I would wear Ferrari Crocs. Would you wear Ferrari Crocs? Brad, would you wear McLaren Crocs?
I wouldn't wear Crocs.
Bull. Real talk. If you could get Formula One Crocs, would you wear them?
I would not wear
In
Crocs.
size 19 or whatever you wear.
I would not buy Crocs now.
Come on, look at these. Then just imagine you could put a little spoiler on the back, put little canards on the front, like wide body kit on your Crocs
Where are you wearing these?
on the drive-through.
Okay, so you're not wearing them out in public.
But look how cool they are. No, I wouldn't wear them in
Cool
public.
is an interesting word to use.
Cool in the sense that those are Formula One Crocs. They do have spoilers. Look at that.
I'm still not seeing cool.
Look, they have spoilers.
They
That's
do.
awesome. That's awesome. Come on. Ah,
How much do we think they are?
oh, I don't know. Tell me, how much are they?
$95.
What? That's worth it. Dude, Ferrari Crocs for $95. I might do that just because. Brad, if you really want to save money, this is how you do it.
You don't buy them. That's how you save money.
You wait till all the teams come out and you buy the Lance Stroll ones that nobody wants.
They fall apart halfway through your walk.
Do you trip when you wear them?
You don't start your walk.
Yeah, you're automatically walking into other people wearing Crocs.
Do your legs start shaking when you wear the Aston Martin ones as you're walking? You're like,
The Cadillac ones smoke. No, the Audi ones smoke.
you can only wear them for 25 minutes before you have a seizure.
Yeah.
Something terrible.
The Mercedes ones make complaining noises
Oh.
in a weird British accent.
If you have the Russell ones with his number, every time you step, it goes wah, wah, wah.
All tea and crumpets. All tea and biscuits.
Damn you, Kimmy. Damn you, Kimmy.
Ferrari cheated. Ferrari cheated.
Oh, that's terrible. Speaking of terrible, breaking news.
Oh my God.
We thought this guy was unhireable, and yet somebody is going to hire him. Look at this. It's your favorite, Brad.
They're going to use him and abuse him to get their program off the ground. And then once it's approved, they're going to fire him. Your services are no longer needed.
I mean, the BYD team is not even approved yet to be in Formula One.
Yeah.
That's the scam. BYD is not approved for Formula One, yet they hired Christian Horner to be their team.
No, they have not hired him.
They're in conversations with him.
They're in serious discussions with him.
Are they that desperate?
Yes.
This is like unsolved mysteries. Why would you hire Christian Horner?
Because he led Red Bull for so many years.
Into the toilet? Like what? It's like that scene at the beginning of Army of Darkness. Remember? And they're walking along and Bruce Campbell's with the King of Scotland and he's like, I lead this and I lead that and blah, 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 blah. And Bruce Campbell's like, look, buddy, you're leading two things right now, Jack and shit. And Jack just left town. That's what's happening here with Christian Horner. He's leading nothing. This guy, I can't, no. If he can get a job in Formula One, why can't I? That's what I want to know.
How many teams have you led to a championship?
Hey, I'm going to lead my Lemons team to a championship. Maybe not. But, hey, whatever. Actually, I'm not the team principal. That's Tanya's job. And on that note, well, sadly, we will have recorded this before the Canadian Grand Prix. We will not have that information in time for the publishing of this episode, but we are wishing everyone an awesome Canadian Grand Prix. It's going to be amazing. It's not going to be like every other race we've seen this year, but Kimmy's going to win. But we can talk about that more next time.
The Drive-Thru is our monthly news episode and is sponsored in part by organizations like CollectorCarGuide.net, Project Motoring, Garage Style Magazine, the Exotic Car Marketplace, and many others. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of The Drive-Thru, look no further than www.motoringpodcast.net. Click About and then Advertising. Thank you again to everyone that supports the Motoring Podcast Network, Grand Touring Motorsports, our podcast Break Fix, and all the other services we provide.